have a question. If you order food to go, but then when you go up to pay, you see the taxes added, a service fee, and then on top of that, they're asking for a tip for 15 to 30%. Is that not a hidden tax? Man, I wish that was a made-up story, but it's not. Now, I do have to say that this is not a diss track. Pimpin' Harlem would never let me be a hater. So if you want to pull up, make sure you pull up in the comments after you hit that subscribe button. But yes, Pimpin', this is actually a true story. This actually happened to me about a year ago when I went to go visit Atlanta. And the reason I remember this story, I can't believe I forgot it, but the reason I remember it was because I found some footage the other week. And man, I was so mad about this. I mean, I don't know what is going on in America, in the States. Pimpin', this is no joke. I legit ordered something while I was in Georgia. Ordered it for pickup. Went to go pick it up. And when I went to pay for it, was first super shocked by seeing the tax added to the price. Because Pimpin', I don't know why they don't just add the taxes in the included price. Don't know why that's still a thing. Then I saw a service charge, and the service charge was basically saying, because it gives you a receipt and tells you what the service charge is, the service charge said it was to help support the wages of the employees or something crazy like that. But look, they already made the food, I'm already there, so Pimpin', I'm like, okay, let's go. Charlie's Angels full throttle. Also, to side note, this service fee does not include tip. What really rocked the boat, which almost made me just go full gangster, was they turned the screen around and had the nerve to ask me for a tip when I ordered it to go. I wasn't eating there. And man, the worst part about the whole thing was it didn't even start at like a 5% tip. It didn't start at a 10%. It started at 15%. 15%. I didn't sit down to eat. I didn't order drinks. I didn't do none of that. I ain't getting no service. All the dude did was pick it up from the back, put it in the front, in a bag, and rung up my card and told me how much it was. I mean, y'all know what I did? I actually tipped the 15%. I felt like I didn't have a choice. I mean, it's not like there wasn't an option to not tip, but come on, man, the pressure and then the fact that it's on this screen. Pimpin', I had to, it's like you gotta tip something. I am a tipper, but pimp, like, it's getting out of hand for real. And man, even though I did end up tipping, I'm not gonna lie, man, I was heated. Like, it made me feel some type of way. Because Pimpin', how did a meal go from being $25 to like 37? I'm not understanding this. Now, quick side note, this is actually one of my favorite bridges here in Harlem. Let me see what this bridge is. I forgot the name. You also have the church right over, where is it? Right there. Right there. But yeah, man, I think tipping culture in the States I think it's a scam, like for real. Because come on, man, how on earth is that my fault that the business is not providing like a good enough wage or health care? Like, that's what it said in the, I promise, that's what it said in the receipt for the service fee. But yeah, how is that my fault? And then they had the audacity to charge these things for something that I was picking up. I was getting it to go. I mean, that alone really made me upset because something else also happened to me. The recent trip I was in when I was in Detroit, I went to a 7-Eleven and I even talked about going to grab, I was looking for a banana. All I did was at all the places that didn't have fruit, 7-Eleven had a banana. I went into 7-Eleven to grab a banana and Pimpin'. Audacity to ask me for a tip, like when they didn't do nothing. I went and picked out the banana. They didn't even know they had them. Man, with that whole service fee thing, I couldn't get over it because it's almost like we're rewarding businesses for bad behavior. Like, that's exactly what it feels like. Because think about it. Now they have a reason not to give their employees like a nice wage or some benefits, something like they have a good reason because they charge a service fee. The worst part about it was I did not see this on the menu, on the website. I ain't see nothing. I ain't see this nowhere. I ain't see nothing about no service fee. So it felt like they were scamming me because I went in looking to pay $25, but no, I'm paying $37. You know, I think what really made me really upset was the fact that Here, if something's $20, it is $20. Like if you go to a restaurant, it is $20. And I usually tip, but there's something interesting and crazy about going somewhere and it's supposed to be $20, but then you end up paying $37. Because it makes you think, like, would you have paid $37 for this if you knew it was gonna be $37? And when I think about it like that, the answer is a big old fat no. I would not have paid $37 for this chicken sandwich and fries. I wouldn't have done it. And that's what I mean, man. That's what I mean by it being just a little grimy and scummy. Like, you feel like you were just lied to, basically, because you wouldn't have bought it if it was $37. You would have bought it for $20, but not $37. And I think that, again, I think that's what makes me upset the most. I'm sorry if I'm heated, but man, y'all happy I did not make that video when oh man. I'm glad, I can't believe I forgot about that. Quick side note, I gotta take this jacket off. It is starting to get toasty like a mug. It was so cold earlier. I mean, it wasn't cold, but it was super windy. I mean, blowing everything over. So man, we gotta take this jacket off. And now, believe it or not, but as soon as I took my jacket off, it started raining. And now with that said, we do have our cappuccino with our honey, making it a skypuccino. And here, just like a lot of places in the world, basically, once you buy a coffee, right? Then we're just gonna use a coffee, for example. You buy a cappuccino and you're not expected to tip like 20 to 15%. And I may have touched on this earlier, but tipflation is out of control in the States. Like, and it just makes no sense. Something like this in the States literally will be twice as much. Then you throw in the taxes on top of that. And I wasn't always like this, but ever since the vid hit, people and businesses in the States have just taken advantage of it to the extreme. And it's gotten so bad to the point where you are self-serving yourself and people still want tips. Like when I picked up that banana at the 7-Eleven. And you're even starting to see this at grocery stores. Some grocery stores are literally asking for tips. And it's like, for what? Like, why would they need a tip when I went and picked out all my own groceries? That Publix in Florida, they ain't pick up no groceries for me. Why are they asking me for a tip on this screen? Why? Versus here, I'm gonna be honest, I have never seen an option for trying to tip on something self-serve. I have never seen it. And matter of fact, even when picking up a cappuccino like this, for example, you usually just round up. Like if it was $3.50, you would round up to $4. And sometimes you don't even tip because y'all cool like that. And it was just a cappuccino. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people look at it like, oh, it was just a cappuccino, bro. Like, I've literally gotten that look when I tried to tip for cappuccinos, and they're just like, oh, it was just a cappuccino. Are these hidden taxes? Pimping, I'm gonna go ahead and just call it for what it is. These are hidden taxes. I mean, think about it. So when people bring up the argument of the reason why the healthcare is affordable is because everybody's paying and it's coming through taxes and your taxes are higher, yada, yada, yada. No, I'm telling you, no, it's not. On the day-to-day basis in the States, in a lot of places, you are paying a lot more. You're paying a lot of hidden taxes. The tipping and these service fees is one of them. Look, I don't care what nobody say. If they want to pull up, look, tell them to pull up and talk to Sky Money. I'm telling you, these are taxes. And after you tell them to pull up, look, go ahead and get down to that cookie. Go ahead. Oh, come on, folks. There we go. Go ahead. Man, that cookie look good in the screen. Dang, that look good. And you know what the worst part about the whole tipping culture is in America? The worst part is the fact that not only is the consumer getting screwed, but the employees also getting screwed too. See, on the consumer side, it's one, a hidden tax, and two, we feel bad either way. If we tip too much, we feel bad. If we tip too low, we feel bad. Because, man, it's true that iPad guilt is real, man. I don't care what nobody say. As soon as they flip that iPad around, show you that screen, and you see that 15 to 30% options, yeah, it's almost like you ain't got a choice. I mean, well, that's a lie because you do have a choice, but it's 15 or 30%. That's the choice. And Pippin, no matter what, you should tip, because I understand the situation these people are in. So pimping, I'm not saying you shouldn't tip. And then on the other end, you have the employee. And to me, I didn't really realize how bad it was until I really thought about it. But the employee is getting screwed like 1,000 times more than what I thought. Because when you really think about it, these employees that work at restaurants, sometimes they get paid so low and rely mainly on tips, which means that it's almost like the employee is renting out space in the restaurant. So they're paying to rent out this space and hoping that it pays off with tips. That's what it feels like. And then if they get paid a little bit more than usual, they're getting like a discount on renting out the space to make the money from the customers coming in from the tips. Come on, like, right? I like just thought of that. And look though, I'm being dead serious, because think about it. It's an hourly job. You don't get no benefits. You don't get no vacations or anything like that. Not health insurance. And instead, you're working hourly for a very low wage, hoping that your performance will help basically make up the time for being there. Now, another one made me think about that was that service fee, because that would make sense. Because I'm trying to remember this receipt. I was looking for it yesterday, and I could not find it. But man, this service fee is a trip to me. But look, let me know if I'm tripping. I could be the one. Hey, I'm just super saying, but let me know. And now, quick side note, this right here, not this pole, but this museum right here, this museum is the oldest museum in the Netherlands, and it is in Haarlem, pimpin'. Pull up. It's called the Taylor's Museum. I hear it's amazing. I actually might go in there this week. This weekend, I'm pulling up. But yeah, it looks freaking amazing. And I just happened to stop by because I saw this boat parked right in front of us. I know we could rent this boat out for real. Come on. Do a whole meetup on that boat. Somebody else made the cut. Somebody else finished. Pimping. Good job. Someone told me in the comments in one of the recent videos that if you see like a chair out that means they didn't make it. And look, I'm not trying to laugh at them not making it. I'm just like, I think the person said they were benched. I was like, man, if it were me and my kid didn't make it, I wouldn't even put anything outside. I'ma just say, I'm not gonna do them like that. Putting chairs outside on the pole. And now, pimpin', go ahead and click on this video right over here. I promise you're gonna like it, and there's no service fee. It is free 99. Man, this service free, like I'm telling, man, it made me so upset, man. Jeez.